Hi, my name is Sujan. I'm Director of Product Management, Citrix Systems. I am a part of content collaboration business within Citrix. So I manage about two product lines, basically two revenue lines, Right Signature and Podio. And also I'm responsible for product feature set like search and connectors area. So I manage about um, six product managers and six product teams, Scrum teams. So my typical day looks like I spend significant amount of time with my customers and customer escalations. I take care of the EMEA region and APAC region with go to market and any kind of customer related product support. So I spend about 2 to 3 hours helping out with sales related activities or sales enablement and customer escalations. If I'll have to get on a call to unblock an opportunity, or I'll have to get on a call to understand a pricing discrepancy, I need to unblock any particular opportunity. So I would say about 2 to 3 hours of my time is spent on that. Um, then I do spend about an hour or two with my team, trying to understand if there are any blockers, if they need any help. Is there any customer escalations that I need to be aware of? I have a regular staff meeting of about half hour on a daily basis, and then I have regular one-on-ones or team sync-ups, the product team sync-ups. So about 1 to 2 hours I spend with the product and engineering team, and about half hour to 1 hour with my counterparts in the US. It usually is a management sync-up or the teams I manage in the US. And I allocate about 2 to 3 hours doing market research, product read up, reading about new developments in the market. I have subscribed to multiple product feeds in my area, read analyst reports, try to stay on top of these so that I can guide my team in any particular direction with any new trends. So I spend about 2 to 3 hours on that one. So this is on a daily basis, I would say. If I were to go a little zoom out a little bit and say that what I do on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, I make sure that I sync up with my customers that I sponsor. About 8 customers that I sponsor, I sync up with them once in 2 weeks. Every customer, every enterprise customer. I also sync up with my product marketing team every once in 2 weeks. I sync up with my operations teams, that is my customer success team, every week. So we have like a weekly roundup interlock with my customer all hands kind of setup. And we have a regular PM sync up every week. So this is how my time is spent across. Um, Moving on to how we measure success in Citrix, especially my role. I measure success for myself in three different vectors, right? The first one being business growth, the second one being customer success, and the last one being operational success. So the way I define business growth is by bringing in new revenue and revenue retention. So what is the kind of churn that is happening? What is the revenue retention on a month to month basis? Because this is a SaaS business, right? That's how we measure revenue. And the other vector that we measure for business growth is the active use and adoption rate, right? So what is the adoption rate? Have we brought in any significant improvement to our adoption rates, monthly active use or daily active use? So these are the two main, measurable quantities that I look for business growth. For customer success, I measure myself using the customer satisfaction. We do that every month. We randomize that with an NPS score. We follow through that with a few other surveys on the customer satisfaction index. And then I also measure customer success through the call volumes. This typically, I measure this if we were to roll out any specific feature, a big feature, we tend to measure through call volumes, right? I mean, how well we are doing, how well the adoption is going, has it introduced any friction, those kinds of stuff. So customer success is the key. That is the second vector. And the last vector that I measure for myself is operational success. This is where I try to measure the velocity of the team, the predictability. So we plan every quarter. So we plan for 5 sprint cycles. And we have an innovation sprint in between. So between every planning event, we need to make sure that our predictability is in the range of 100% predictability plus or minus 15. Like, so 85 to 115 is the recommended predictability score, right? So we want to keep the velocity consistent. We want to also measure operational success through SLOs. Are we managing our product quality in good condition? Are we hitting those SLAs? So it's one thing to measure the external SLAs. We have a much aggressive SLO internally for things like search and uptime, downtime, the download speeds and upload speeds in our business. So these are some of the vectors that I measure for myself as success measures, and this is what we push down. I push down to my teams as well, based on their product areas, and that's how I manage my team through outcomes. I'm not one of those product leaders who micromanage, or I do a top-down kind of thing. It's usually we say that, hey, we want to achieve this goal, we want to achieve this kind of revenue, or we want to achieve this kind of adoption in this quarter. So what do you guys propose? What can we gather from your product area towards this goal? And we measure these, or we manage through outcomes. So that is our management style, or my management style in Citrix. Hope that gives a good perspective of my leadership style and how I do product management. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions through Rashmi, or you could. My email address is sujan.balachandran@gmail.com. Thank you.